Assalamualaikum. Hold on, let me unmute you first. Okay, we're gonna start in 5 minutes time. A few others who have tell me that they want to join us, they say that they be joining us later. So I'll meet them later. But we don't want to hold our speaker too long also because it's I would say this like Hari Raya's Eve, right? Let us just start. Okay, let's just start. Okay. And I will sort of like admit those who will join later. Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Firstly, let me introduce myself. My name is Remy Mahzam, and I'm your host for tonight. Okay, macam talk show gitu lah. So today, or tonight rather, it's actually, I would say, the 30th or night of Ramadan. We're gonna be celebrating Raya, of course, on Saturday night. So this is actually something special for me as well as for all of you here. We have not done this before, honestly speaking. We have done this before on a low-key basis, but this is more like an open public basis. So I have this concern about admitting people that I do not know of. So like, you know, things like security issues and all that. So but having said that, let us start with Al-Fatihah. Hopefully with Al-Fatihah, we get Allah's blessing in this session that we're having right now. So let's start with Al-Fatihah. Al-Fatihah. Okay, firstly and foremost, thank you so much for those who are joining us. This is NYPMSN ZOOM Series, episode 1. So what does that mean? There's gonna be more episodes to come. All right. And how this works is that, of course, we are actually inspired by what's happening right now. Circuit breaker period, COVID-19, lockdown, stay home. So we want to take advantage of this time that we have at home to be closer to those who follow us on Instagram, NYPMSN. And not only that, because it's month of Ramadan, we want to take the advantage to learn from each other about your Quranic experience. And also how after Ramadan, right? Because the title says Ramadan or Quran after Ramadan. How can we make the Quran a close companion even beyond Ramadan? Because we do not want to be called Ramadan Muslims. So Ramadan Muslims is actually a term where the scholars or the ulama mention where you only are pious or you only become closer to God only in the month of Ramadan. But beyond Ramadan, you tend to be distracted by other worldly means. So we want to, we have a special guest tonight. Her name is Nur Fatin Afika. And for those who might know her, she started this Quran Starter Pack series. It's an Instagram video. It received quite a huge following and a huge and a positive response from both Muslimah, the sisters and also the brothers. Why we wanted to learn much, we want to learn from Fatin Afika, who apparently, right, is actually ARS certified. If you were to go to ARS website directory, right, and just Google her name, you can actually find her on ARS. So we can call her Ustazah actually, but I wouldn't want to pressure her. If you want to call her Ustazah Fatin Afika, or should be called Sis Afika or Sis Fatin, we want to make her comfortable in tonight's setting, inshallah. So let me just set the premise of tonight's talk, okay? Let me just share my screen first to make some house rules, okay? Okay, so the first thing for our Zoom session, our Zoom series house rules is to mute, to make sure that you mute your audio all the time unless you're given the permission to talk, which I will give you permission to talk or to ask Fatin, our speaker, our guest speaker tonight. This is to respect the guest speaker so that we won't interfere her presentation later on. She will also be sharing screen, her slides and her thoughts about Quran after Ramadan. That is a topic that we are having tonight. Please respect also the host, which is myself, and the guest speaker. Do not interfere us when we are presenting. Be sensitive to those around you and do not use offensive language, because I know we have amongst ourselves brothers and sisters, right? So we want to sort of like respect each other in that sense. And Zoom also allows you to actually change your background, right? So we are okay for you to customize your background, but do not use any provocative image as your background. Turn off video if you don't feel comfortable, especially for those sisters, right? But if you wish to talk or speak, we would appreciate if you turn on your video. And we are here to learn from each other, actually. So none of us are here experts, but we are here to learn from each other. And this Zoom session will be recorded for research purposes. Hopefully, next time you have the episode 2, we can make a better Zoom session, inshallah. Okay, without further ado, let me just go back to the screen or stop sharing screen. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh to all who just joined us. You are here for the NYPMSN ZOOM Series Episode 1, Quran After Ramadan. We have tonight a special guest. Her name is Sis Nur Fatin Afika. For those who joined us earlier, right, I did give a bit of mukaddimah to Fatin Afika. She is the founder of the Quran Starter Pack series. So she started this movement, I would say, of video series to teach people how to read Quran with proper tajweed and proper recitation on Instagram. The domain of Quranic teaching has always been male dominated. So when Fatin Afika joined, it gives a refresh outlook or approach towards learning Al-Quran. Not because she's a female, but rather the way how she teaches us in a more like, I would say, santai or more like relaxed or laid back approach. So that's something you want to learn from her tonight. But before that, let us also take some time now. For those who just join us, right? We have some house rules for this Zoom session series. So the first house rule is to turn off your audio, and do not turn on your audio until you've been given the permission to. That is the later part, maybe about 10 o'clock or 10:30, where we can ask questions to the speaker, right? So also respect the host, which is myself, and also our guest speaker, Fatin Afika, so that you don't interfere with her presentation or my presentation when we speak. Tonight's topic is Quran after Ramadan. Okay, we are actually on the last night of Ramadan, I would say. Besok is the last day of fasting. Tonight, just now, we just finished our last Tarawih prayers, right? So we are masih lagi mood nak raya, tapi at the same time, because of the circuit breaker, because of the COVID-19, we are at home, we are being stuck here. So we want to take advantage of this time to, you know, to be more closer to the Quran. And since we are living Ramadan, right, we wouldn't want to make Quran something that we only go to or reach out to only in Ramadan. What the scholars would say, Ramadan Muslims. We are not Ramadan Muslims. We want to make Quran something closer to our hearts, even when we leave Ramadan. So tonight we have Fatin Afika to share us a bit about her thoughts about Quran after Ramadan, and also a bit of tajweed and introduction about recitation, proper recitation of the Quran that we as Muslims can actually take advantage of. Okay, Fatin, tafadali.
Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen wa bihi nasta'in ala umuri dunya wa din wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Amma ba'd. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wa hlul 'uqdatan min lisani yafqahu qawli. Firstly, I would like to thank Brother Remy Mahzam for inviting me today in this live session. For those who know me lah, but I'm sure a lot of people don't know me here. So my name is, for those who don't know me, my name is Ustazah Fatin, or you can call me Fatin. It's up to you. It doesn't really matter to me. Okay, so let's start. Bismillah. Okay, so first thing first, I would like to introduce what is tajweed. Okay, so just like maths formula, we have a lot of formulas to abide by the rules, but then we apply it during problem sums, right? So that is the same concept in Quran. Okay, so in Quran we have tajweed as the formulas, and then in Quran we apply all the formulas inside. Okay. So why is tajweed important? Okay, so a lot of people are not really aware of why tajweed is really important. I mean, they know, okay, tajweed is important, but they don't really know how it can affect the verses that we are reciting. Okay. So the first one is it can change the meaning. Okay, so let me show you how it can really change a meaning of the verse. Okay, so firstly it is in makhraj punya aspect. Okay, so makhraj means the articulation of letters. Okay, so macam for in Arabic, right? In Arabic letters, there's a lot of in all of the 27 letters, there are specific makhraj for each letter. There are specific place whereby you need to articulate the letters. Okay, so for example, okay, Arabic and Arabic is very, very different from any of other languages because, okay, let me give you an example. Okay, so for English or Malay example, if we say kolam, okay, kolam, like that, and if we emphasize on the word K, ko, like kolam, it will still be, the meaning will still be a pond, okay, kolam, like that. But this is not the case for Arabic. Let me show you. Okay, so for Arabic, for example, the word qalbun, okay, qalbun, qa is from huruf isti'la. For those who don't know, huruf isti'la means thick letters. We have, I think, six or seven thick letters, and qaf is one of them. So when we say, and qalbun is a word that is very commonly used in the Quran, okay, but then a lot of people recite it with a kaf, recite it very, very lightly, kalbun. So let me show you the difference in meaning. Qalbun means a heart, okay, and kalbun means a dog. So there's a really drastic change in the meaning of the verse, okay. And then that is the makhraj punya aspect. So now is the harakat punya aspect. Okay, so harakat punya aspect, okay, kalau macam in Malay, we say jalan. Jalan, one harakat kan. But when we want to lengthen it, macam jalan, 5 harakat, it doesn't change the meaning. The meaning is still the same, okay? But in Arabic, if we say kataba, and we say kataba, 2 harakat, it will change the meaning because kataba means he wrote, one person write something, and kataba is 2 person who writes something, okay? So there's a difference in meaning. Okay, let me show you another example. Another example is matarun. Okay, matarun and matarun. Matarun, 2 harakat. Anyone here do not know what is harakat? Please, you can just ask question or like raise your hands. Okay, so harakat means like the we need to pause for like 2 seconds. Like for example, this one, instead of matarun, it becomes matarun, 2 harakat. Okay, so when we lengthen that 2 harakat, there's a difference in meaning. So matarun means rain in Arabic, and matarun means aeroplane in Arabic. So this kind of harakat and makhraj are things that people take it lightly in their recitations. And I believe that it is very, very important for us to take this, take this lightly lah, okay? And that is why Allah mentioned in the Quran, وَرَتِّلِ الْقُرْآنَ تَرْتِيلًا. Okay, وَرَتِّلِ الْقُرْآنَ تَرْتِيلًا, or atwit and recite the Quran with measured recitation. It is very important for us to read the Quran like properly, with proper tajweed, okay? But then there are a few sisters, especially the past few days, who came to me and said that macam, oh, I want to learn the Quran. I want to read the Quran, especially in this Ramadan, right? But then I'm scared to learn. Yeah, I'm scared to learn because I'm scared if it's wrong, later it will change the tajweed and then I will sin. Is it true that I will sin? So I feel that there's 2 extremes to this, okay? So one extreme is when the person feel too scared to learn, too scared to make mistakes. But then and another extreme, another end is someone who is, oh, never mind, Allah is forgiving, so kita baca hantam bocai pun it's okay, it's okay. So there's 2 extreme to this, okay? So the first extreme is like dia terlalu scared kan untuk apa make mistakes. I feel that if you don't make mistakes, then how do you learn? You see, so it's through mistakes that we learn, that we grow. Okay, so for another extreme is apa? Dia apa tadi cakap? Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammad. Apa tadi cakap?
Sticks.
Another extreme is what did I say just now? Oh, Allah is the most forgiving. So apa baca hantam bocah pun tak apa. So that one, okay. My advice to this is like what the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said. Khairul umur awsatuha means like the best in whatever that we do in life pun, the best things that we do in life is in moderation. So my advice to this is just to engage guru ngaji to have that guidance, and don't be too afraid to make mistakes until macam like outside of the class of outside of the class of ngaji pun you don't want to baca. The fact that you are not fluent lah, the more that you need to learn, you need to recite even after the class lah. Okay, so to familiarize yourself with the verses, because like I've mentioned, Quran is like any other modules, any other languages that you want to pick up. Kalau mula-mula mestilah merangkak kan, betul tak? Okay. So next one. Okay, so next one is I'm going to share some mistakes in Surah Al-Fatihah. We all know that Surah Al-Fatihah is a very important because it's rukun dalam solat kan. Jadi I'm going to share some mistakes. Okay, so the first mistake is baris bawah. Okay, baris bawah ni selalu orang macam kalau nak baca, they will baca cepat-cepat macam Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. So it becomes Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, but you don't realize. So when you want to read, you need to read like slowly. Okay, Bismi. So one tip that Ustaz Ahmad, my Ustaz in Al-Junaid dulu mentioned that when you want to say the word kasrah, baris bawah ni, you smile like macam Bismillah, not Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. There's a difference in that. Okay, so the first tip is smile. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Okay, there's a lot of baris bawah here. There's Alamin, Ar-Rahim, Maliki. Every time the fourth verse, every single time I heard people say Maliki Yawmiddin, like that. So it's Maliki Yawmiddin, like that. And then Iyyaka na'budu. Okay, so take note of all of the baris bawah in Surah Al-Fatihah especially. Okay, the next one is qalqala. Anyone here do not know what is qalqala? Lama. I cannot hear them. Okay, never mind. So qalqala means echo in Arabic. Please stop me if I'm too fast, or like if you don't understand what I'm talking. So please stop me. Okay. So qalqala means echo. Okay, echo meaning to say that the huruf, there's a bounce back effect. Okay. So for example, the word qaf. When we want to say the word qaf, sukun, it will be baqqa. It's not baq, but it's baqqa. There's like an echo effect. Okay, so in Surah Al-Fatihah, there's no qalqala in alhamdu. People usually say alhamdulillah. There's like an echo effect. Alhamdulillah, like that. So and same goes to this one, the second circle here. In ayat in verse 6, they always say ihdinas, like there's an echo bounce back sound effect. Okay, so that one we need to get rid of it. Okay, so if you want to say with no qalqala, it's not alhamdulillahi rabbil, and then the next one is ihdinas, it's not ihdinas sirata. Okay, so the next one, moving on, makhraj. Okay, so makhraj, there's a difference between ha and ha. Okay, so our tekak ni pendek our neck ni is divided into 3 parts. Okay, so there is
Throat, right?
there is
Is it throat?
ah
Throat or neck?
throat.
Throat.
Apa-apa lah. Throat, neck, esophagus, it's pun boleh. Okay, so there's 3 parts. Okay, so there is an upper part and there's a middle part and the lowest part. Okay, so when you say ha and it is from the lower part here. Okay, ha, and when you say and ha, is in the middle part of your throat, and ra and ha is here, from here. Okay, so when you say ha and ha, there needs to be a difference, because usually people will just say alhamdu ihdina. There's no difference in the ha and ha, so there's a difference in that. If I can get someone to volunteer and I can hear them saying these letters, it would be good. Anyone wants to volunteer?
Izwan, please volunteer, Izwan.
I'm sorry, I'm a bit caught up with Hidayat sekejap.
Okay.
Sorry.
Any sisters want to volunteer? What was the question again? Sis
No, I just want someone to like volunteer to.
You want someone to speak the 6 letters of the
as in to say the three letters lah. Or maybe we can get Brother Remy to volunteer. No lah.
Habis Remy.
No, because when you teach this, right, it reminds me of one of the pendekar Bujang Lapuk. Bukan di sini, di sini. It's like bongo. It's like
Cannot relate because I don't watch without. Okay. Okay, so never mind. We will just continue. Okay, so okay, that's what I meant lah. Okay, so there's a difference between ha and ha. So alhamdu macam kita makan benda pedas kan, ha, so is from there, ha, okay, and then ha is from the lowest part, ihdina sirata, okay, the next part, okay, the next part is ain, is the same thing lah, is the makhraj tadi, ain is from the middle part, it's not it's okay. Like for example, this one, people always, this is the most common mistakes made by readers. Lower part, the is from the lower part and the is from the middle part. So people will always say an'amta, but it's actually an'amta, okay? An'amta. Okay. Next one is the huruf sad. It's always get mixed up with sin, sirata. So people will always say ihdina sirata al-mustaqim, sirata alladhi, like that. So sad is from huruf isti'la. Huruf isti'la is thick letters, so you need to tebalkan dia. Sirata alladhina an'amta. Okay? Okay, the next one is this one. Huruf gha, ghin. There's no qalqala here. Usually people always say maghdubi alayhim, like that. So there's no qalqala here. Huruf qalqala is only 5. Qa, ta, ba, jada, qatbun, jad. Okay, so gha is not one of them, so you cannot say it with qalqala. So it must be ghayril maghdubi alayhim. Okay, next one. Okay, the same thing is from the upper part of the throat just now. Apa ni? Okay. Oh, waladhalli. Okay, so this dha, huruf dha is the most difficult letter for people to recite, to say or to articulate. Okay, people will always say dia sama macam door, like pintu, door. Like you don't curl your tongue. When you say door, you will curl your tongue, right? But this one, dha, is you don't curl your tongue. The tongue is still some straight lah, and it's at the back of the teeth. So it's dha. So waladhal. So it's not do, but it's dha. And the wave there is 6 harakat. This is mad lazim. And the last part is 4 harakat. Waladhalin. Like that, okay? Tahsin Al-Fatihah. Okay, ada siapa nak try ke? Kalau tak, then I will just move on to my next point. Ada sesiapa
Fatin.
nak?
Yes.
Ah.
Let's take a breather right now. It has been quite heavy for them, Al-Fatihah. They felt bersalah kalau baca Al-Fatihah salah kan. What is your opinion if let's say if someone who reads Al-Fatihah without the proper tajweed, adakah solat dia diterima atau tidak diterima? Like, what is your opinion on that?
Okay, I feel that okay, it's true that it is a rukun of salat, and I feel that memang as in memang lah, like macam kalau macam tu, kalau rukun tak ada, then tak sah salat. That is like the basis rule of it. But I also believe that Allah sees efforts lah. As long as the person keeps trying to improve, keeps trying to learn Surah Al-Fatihah untuk perbaiki, insyaAllah diterima lah. Sebab antara terima ke tak tu, it's not for me to judge, it's for Allah to judge. But just remember that as long as, I believe that as long as you keep trying, as long as you keep learning, insyaAllah it's fine lah. Yeah. But don't stop there lah. Don't be complacent macam, oh okay, aku punya Fatihah dah bagus, macam tu. Yeah.
Yes,
because
I think importantly, right, I think why Al-Fatihah is important in Salat because it's actually a rukun. We need to fulfill that requirement of Salat, Al-Fatihah. But at the same time, we also are aware of the fact that we are not Arabs. So the reason why we learn tajweed is that we can actually read Al-Fatihah in the best pronunciation. Not only because we want Allah to terima salat kita, tapi I think more importantly, right, in my opinion, that we get to actually appreciate Al-Fatihah or even how it's being recited when Rasulullah SAW himself actually got the wahyu of actually learning Al-Fatihah from Jibril AS. I think also, I believe Allah is a forgiving God. I think if let's say we make mistakes in our recitation, I believe that we are being forgiven. But I think more importantly, as Muslims, when we learn about tajweed, we get to appreciate the beauty of tajweed in the best of pronunciations, the makhraj, and even like the hukum. That would in itself, of course, is beyond just getting rewards. Actually, to me, it's more like getting to appreciate the beauty of Al-Fatihah.
Yeah. I feel that the first thing that you need to know about being consistent is, of course, to make realistic goals. Okay, so because I feel that it's okay to be ambitious, it's okay to dream big lah orang kata kan, but it's important to be realistic. Okay, we don't want for you to macam I want to do this like one whole day, and then you exhaust yourself because your body is not immune to the new routine. Okay, so your body needs to adjust also. So I feel that it's important for you to make realistic goals and not macam terus bam macam tu. Okay, and there's this hadith, Aisyah radhiyallahu anha narrated, Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was asked, what is the most pleasing act to Allah? And he replied that which is done continuously, even if it is small. So it is better for you to do it small but consistently rather than you do big but ends up you stop because you exhaust yourself. Okay, so it's important lah to make realistic goals. Okay, so the next one is don't compare yourself to others. Okay, please remember that everyone has their own pace and everyone has their own rezeki also. Okay, because to understand, to master a certain knowledge, to have that futuh al-arifin, which means that to have that kelapangan dada untuk terima ilmu, atau to have to have the time to do it, to have the energy to do it, all those I believe is also part of rezeki. Okay, so don't compare yourself to others because everyone has their own pace, and just focus on your own growth, your own goals that you have set, and keep going. Because if you compare yourself to others, then you will be demotivated, demoralized. Macam, alamak, dia ni baru je start belajar Quran, for example, this year, tapi within 5 months dia dah master it. Tapi aku dah 3 tahun atau 4 tahun, 5 tahun tak master. So don't compare like that lah, because it is rezeki masing-masing. Okay, tak apa, tu rezeki dia dapat master it dulu, and then tak apa, insyaAllah aku pun dapat jugalah with patience and perseverance. And don't compare, and believe in rezeki masing-masing, and don't stop going. Okay, dan macam Dory cakap kan, just keep swimming, macam tu. Okay, so the next one is don't be too hard on yourself. Okay, don't be too hard on yourself, meaning to say that like I've mentioned just now, to master any language, any knowledge, you need patience, perseverance, and determination. So I feel that it is because Arabic is not it's not an easy language lah, I would say, and you need a lot of patience for that, and it is a human nature for you to feel exhausted, feel tired, and frustrated with yourself. So please be patient with yourself and allow yourself, don't be too hard lah, allow yourself to take occasional breaks for you to like get the momentum back. Tapi jangan break terus, but kira just take occasional breaks and then come back stronger like that. Okay, and take baby steps also. Okay, for example, if someone who doesn't rarely reads the Quran, so what he or she can do to take baby steps is maybe to read one line first per day, every single day for 1 week. Okay, for the body to get immune to that, and then gradually the following week you can increase it with two lines for every single day for the whole week, and then gradually increase macam tu. So the bottom line here is to make gradual changes. We don't want to expect you to macam maybe after this talk macam terus semangat kan, terus besok nak jadi like alim pakai jubah semua, tak. We don't want that. Kita take baby steps, kita take gradual punya change. Even Quran pun diturunkan gradually, okay? Because Quran is not macam like Allah tak turunkan Quran macam okay nah, I chuck this one to nah kau baca. It's not like that. Okay, Quran is being sent to us gradually throughout 23 years of Nabi's life, ayah by ayah, like verses by verses. Okay, so if Quran pun diturunkan verses by verses macam tu, so the more we also should be like that to ourselves. Don't be hard to ourselves and take gradual changes. Okay, the next one is start now. Okay, there's a lot of people who say that who approach me and say that I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to start praying, I want to start puasa apa ni semua, but I want to wait until I'm ready. So the truth is, ladies and gentlemen, the truth is you will never be ready. Because like if you nak cakap okay tomorrow kita buat, nanti tomorrow, you will procrastinate and tomorrow never happens. So I feel that it is important for you to just start now and don't think much. Just kalau nak buat satu benda baik, just start. Just go je. #go je. Okay, so lagi. Oh, and another point is also there's people also saying that macam I'm too old. I feel that I'm too old to study. I'm too old to start learning the Quran. Then I ask, so how old are you? Oh, I'm 25. Like 25 is so young. Like 25 is so young to start the Quran. I have students who are 80 plus years old who is struggling in Quran. I have students who are 60 plus years old who are still who just started the Iqra. So I mean Rasulullah also said that utlubul ilma min al-mahdi ila al-lahdi, meaning seek knowledge from the cradle to the grave. So this whole life is actually a learning process for us. So it's never too late for you to start something or start learning, start picking up on something. Yeah, so it's better for you to start now rather than not start at all. Okay, Okay, so
Just a fun fact, I think Rasulullah himself became Rasul at 40 years old. And he was also illiterate, right? He can't read and he can't write. So
yeah,
that also shouldn't be an excuse for us not to learn the Quran at 40 years old or even like older than
yes,
that. Yeah.
yes. Yeah, anyway, I feel that sometimes in life you just shouldn't think much. Just hashtag go je. Go je, okay? Okay, next one is find like-minded people. Okay, it's very, very important. I want to stress on this. This is very, very important to find people who have the same goals as you. Like I feel that like macam kalau kita baru nak start berubah, kita baru nak take baby steps with, dengan ourselves, and then kawan-kawan kita tak supportive, kawan-kawan kita macam oh jangan macam faham jangan kau step gerik apa ni semua kan. So if you encounter that, then just leave. Like you don't need those kind of negativity in your life. Like just leave and find people who have the same goals as you, who has the same mindset as you, to so that it can help you grow lah. It can help throughout your learning process. Okay, so it is very important to find someone positive lah, a positive group of people. Macam this NYPMSN punya ni kan, I believe everyone is also positive to want to learn. Inshallah you all have each other. Okay.
Fatin, just to add, this Zoom series was inspired by the alumni brothers. So in the month of Ramadan, we started a weekly session of tadarus. So of course we're not experts or we're not good in our perhaps tajweed, but we make the effort to turn by turn recite certain verses from the Quran, and then we sort of like macam tasmik and talaki, which means we amongst ourselves who knows tajweed, we sort of like correct each other. And we also share the Asbabun Nuzul, a bit of like tafsir and terjemah of the particular verses. Yeah. So we believe in the hadith by Rasulullah SAW, khairukum man ta'allama al-Quran wa 'allamahu. Yes.
Yes. Okay. MashaAllah. I feel that other polys doesn't really have this kind of bond that y'all have. So boleh nampak lah, y'all are very like very united and like very, very active. So MashaAllah, something that I admire, and please continue with this NYPMSN punya community. InsyaAllah you all help each other lah dalam ke arah kebaikan to syurga, insyaAllah. Yeah.
Amin.
Okay. Any questions from anyone?
For those who just joined, this is NYPMSN Zoom Series Episode 1, a special edition for Ramadan and so Raya. We are at the end of Ramadan and we're gonna move to Shawwal soon, right? And the topic today or tonight is on Ramadan, or it's on Quran after Ramadan, and how to make the Quran our close companion even beyond Ramadan. So we have almost 37 people here. It'd be quite a waste if all of you keep quiet. Okay, this is not how it was when I did with the brothers. We were quite noisy. So I hope the brothers, if you have questions for Fatin Afika, please, this is the best time for you to ask Fatin Afika. And also the sisters also. The sisters, please ask. Yeah.
During the brothers punya sessions, I don't think it's only two people talking.
Yes.
We've been, we share, when we hear ideas, we add on to the ideas and stuff like that based on our own knowledge. I think it is a fruitful session. Since we got 37 people here, I think it's good to hear more voices, inshallah.
I mean,
I'm sure. Yeah. Yes, Izwan.
I think you understand that I like to troll and talk nonsense a lot. So this is a public space. I'm gonna keep quiet lah.
Yeah, I think as much as we want to keep this formal, we are also informal in the sense that you can actually ask questions now and then. I think Fatin is quite okay with that.
Yeah.
I know Fatin for a few years right now, so that's the reason why. Instead of inviting a popular ustaz or ustazah to join us, right? Someone like Fatin Afika is our level. That kind of, you can ask questions without feeling too shy or feeling intimidated with the entire Quran lingo or the jargon of Quran. So hopefully someone like Fatin can bring us down to a level where we can actually appreciate Quran in a more intimate and more accessible way, inshallah.
InsyaAllah.
I think the sharing about tajwid is very good because even when you go to the musolas, okay, before the circuit breaker lah, you go to musola. Sometimes some people, they want to go forward and become the imam, but then when you listen to their recitation, you know dia punya tajwid. Okay, I'm not here to judge lah, tapi I think it is very important that before we come forward or anything, we must at least Fatihah. Your tajwid must be correct lah. Because for me, I grew up a lot in my grandparents' place. Both my grandparents are tajwid punya asatizahs. So I've been drilled every morning to repeat the Quran and to perfect the makhraj and the tajwid and stuff like that. So when I grew up, no, I feel blessed lah to have these experiences, but not everybody has that that opportunity to have that kind of drilling. It was drilling to the extent that I was quite afraid. My grandfather used to ask me to repeat even Surah in Juz Amma, the one line, one ayat, I can repeat like 20-30 times to recite it properly. So sometimes along that lines, okay, sometimes to perfect something, it's not very easy. It's you have to persevere and then you have to repeat. Sometimes that one ayat you have to repeat a few times, you know, and get it corrected. And when you go to someone who you are learning from, and an asatizah who you are learning from, do not give up if let's say the asatizah keeps correcting you, because that is the way to learn. Yes.
Okay, I think again this is like the Piramli Pernikah Bujang Lapuk, when you learn the Jim Ha Kha, right? Jin mata satu, you know, that kind of thing.
Jin mata buta.
Jin mata buta.
Yes.
Jim
Jin toncik.
Mambang. I think the reason why I go back to Piramli, I think there is a political agenda or a message behind Piramli movies actually. Back then, right, the Malay community is really buta huruf. They can't really actually read Quran. Sampai dia ini apa ni? Ini circus. You know, it is actually sekolah untuk belajar
alif, mim, nun, tenang, waw.
Itu circus. So it's like actually Piramli is trying to say, right, back then, right, the Malay, right, are really having problems kenal huruf tau. Just we're talking not about tajwid tau. We're talking about kenal huruf on that level.
Huruf je, yes.
Yeah. So the thing is that I'm not sure right now. I think that we are questioning about the Quranic literacy. How well do our generation can actually read the Quran? Not just Quran, the Muqaddam. Just take Muqaddam for that matter. Can we kenal just basic alif bata? So I think, right, we are facing an issue here. We are facing a generation where, you know, because religion and you know, secularism, we are learning things online. We don't get the benefit of belajar daripada cikgu, daripada ustaz, daripada asatizah. So we tend to lose that. I would say the blessing of actually getting to learn from a ustaz or ustazah. Yeah. So Fatin, what are your thoughts about this?
What's the question again?
The thought about our generation facing the issue about not even kenal huruf.
Not even kenal huruf.
Yes. You're from madrasah, so you're okay. So what if for those who are not from madrasah? So how do they actually go about actually learning Quran, or even like to learn?
I feel that it's very common for someone yang tak tahu baca Iqra pun at macam maybe 18 and above 20, they get very very shy tau, because like they felt very ashamed. But I feel that there's this hadith that says that no, it's not a hadith, it's a quote by an ulama, at-thawab ala qadri al-mashaqqa, which means that like pahala tu thawab ala qadri al-mashaqqa, pahala tu diturunkan dengan apa tu, dengan ke level susahnya benda tu. So macam for me, maybe I'm from a madrasah, I get the benefit of like being drilled since young. So macam I not say fluent, but macam we at least know. But so macam it is easy for me. It is easy for me to read. So maybe if it's easy for me to read, if it's easy for me to read, then I will get like macam maybe 1 pahala or maybe 10 pahala. But for someone who is struggling, the more the struggle, the more pahala yang Allah bagi dekat orang tu. So macam for me, I get 10 pahala. But for someone who is struggling, he or she will get 100 times more. If it is 100 times more difficult for him, it is 100 times more the reward and pahala. So I feel that Allah is fair. Allah is fair. It's not that macam I from madrasah tak fair. You nak gini semua apa tak. Tapi kalau take it as a blessing Masya Allah, like it is maybe I'm not from madrasah, like maybe I don't have the benefit of macam anyone in my family to like drill me or what. I need to learn myself. But then that is a blessing also because you have, as in you will receive a lot more pahala than us because you struggle more.
I wanted to ask a question.
Yes.
Okay, so like okay, I came from a madrasah also, but then like okay, I would say my knowledge is not like very vastly more than like another like non-madrasah lah. But then like I know that with the knowledge that I have on Quran, on like that tajweed, some like some things that I have learned, I know that I have a responsibility in a way to like teach other people who are not who are buta huruf or like not as knowledgeable lah. But how do you overcome that feeling of like the apprehension of like wanting to share your knowledge? Because like in a way macam I just came out of madrasah.
Is it you feel you tak layak?
Yeah. So how
I
do you get over?
I have this issue also because I always feel okay. Let's share something quite personal lah. Okay, so like after apa tu nama dia? Yeah, I know that I have the knowledge, but like I feel that I tak layak untuk share. Like because I feel that macam okay, kalau I share something je, confirm I jadi ustazah. Just something, mesti orang akan label ustazah. So macam at that moment, okay, maybe 21 gitulah, like muda. So macam I feel that macam I don't want that title because I'm scared to live up to the title.
Yes.
So but then macam kalau semua asatizah yang graduate fikir macam gitu, then macam yang dorang tak layak, then siapa yang akan share, siapa yang akan bimbing ummah akan datang, because we are the next generation. So when we have the knowledge, we need to spread it lah, like utilize it and share. Yeah. And macam bila kita share, I understand that orang akan judge macam dia nak step gini apa ni semua, atau just nak riak. So I feel that macam kita ikhlaskan niat every time bila kita nak share ke apa ke, kita ikhlaskan niat untuk mengajar, untuk spread ilmu, but then macam tak mau fikir sangat pasal apa yang orang kata, because Nabi Muhammad pun bila dia dakwah, Nabi Muhammad tau, like the perfect man on earth, pun ada orang kecam, pun ada orang like tak suka, pun ada orang cakap dia sihir, pakai sihir lah, apalah, whatever lah kan, all those negativity. So macam I feel that memang that kind of thing is normal, but if you have the knowledge, I feel that it is an amanah for you to share lah, if someone is in need lah. I mean, I'm not saying you to be like macam terus preach agama ke apa tak, like share the littlest lah. And dakwah comes in many form also. It doesn't mean that dakwah needs to be online, like publicly. So it's like it can be people around you also. Macam like when you tunjuk and you solat in front of your circle of friends or families, you tunjuk a good example. That is also a form of dakwah. That is also a form, even though you don't say anything, that is also a form of dakwah. And like knowledge wise, I feel that you can spread it to your close friends or like your family members. And if you have the platform, macam Instagram ke apa, you can also utilize it wisely lah to put to good use. But please remember, before you want to share any knowledge, ikhlaskan niat, tanamkan niat yang baik-baik, dan bila nak share tu jangan fikir pasal apa yang orang kata. And bila you nak share, especially online, you need to know that if you are putting yourself out there, you need to know that you are apa tu nama dia? You are attracting
Subject to criticism.
Subject to criticism. Ada orang yang akan suka, ada orang yang tak akan suka. So benda tu you need to be mentally prepared lah of that.
Fatin, when you started this Quran Starter Pack, have you ever gotten kecaman daripada netizens? Like for example, you are a female, you are a Muslimah. People ask about your voice, right? It can be an outright issues, right? I mean, like, how do you counter, or how do you actually overcome criticisms when people talk about you behind your back and all that?
Behind my back, I feel like behind my back is not really my problem. Not really my problem. But like in front of me, like macam like really message me, you know, DM panjang macam gitu. Ada, because when I just started this Quran Starter Pack, okay, before this I've been teaching Quran for 4 years actually. I've been holding ARS certificate for 4 years actually, but I lay low. I never really like tell everyone I have ARS. And kalau dulu, I was very ashamed to like even say that I'm ARS certified. I feel macam cringy or like tak layak also. But it comes to a point that macam I feel that I have the platform, so why not I utilize it wisely lah. Kalau macam kena kecaman ke apa, whatever, yang baik kita ambil, yang buruk kita ignore je lah.
Buat bodoh.
Buat bodoh.
Okay, before I forget, right? Okay, we are still in the month of Ramadan. Besok will be the last puasa. We have finished our last Tarawih. We're gonna celebrate Shawwal soon. I just want to share one hadith which perhaps will inspire us, inshallah, beyond Ramadan, or even to hope for the next Ramadan to come. So the hadith goes, the Quran and fasting, right, is gonna be an intercessor for you in the day of judgment, the day of resurrection. As-siyamu wal Quran yashfa'ani lil abdi yawmal qiyamah. That means fasting and the Quran will be your intercessors in the day of resurrection. So these are the two amalan that you want to hold on to. All that is good come from Allah, and anything that is lesser or any shortcomings come from myself and my guest speaker Fatin Afika. Scholars say that one of the indication that our Ramadan is accepted, right, is that after Ramadan, when we left Ramadan, we still continue to become good Muslims. That means we still continue doing ibadat, we still read the Quran, we still do amalan-amalan sunat. That is actually a good indicator that shows that our Ramadan is being accepted. And I pray that all of you, I pray that all of us get to meet again in the next Ramadan. And again, hopefully not in this kind of setting like COVID-19. Hopefully we can meet in person, face to face, and we get to hug each other, shake hands with each other, and get to really enjoy Hari Raya food together, inshallah.
الحمد لله الذي أنزل على عبده الكتاب ولم يجعل له عوجا قيما لينذر بأسا شديدا من لدنه ويبشر المؤمنين الذين